everybody, good evening and welcome to Phil's Corner. Phil's Corner Live, our regular Tuesday evening stream where we try and find bargains on eBay. We try and add to the collection. We try and find the stuff that slips through the cracks and can be found for cheap, or equally holy grails, which can be pretty exciting. But welcome Brock. Says, did you announce winners to the giveaways? We did. I did, I should say. They should be pinned comments on the two videos, Brock. As far as I know, if it's not, they do give me a shout. Andy, good evening. Good evening. Yeah, guys, as I just quickly get my setup sorted, I want to mute that. There we go. Yeah, good evening. And on the note of giveaways, there will be more giveaways coming soon. The shirts which I had from Circle 88, there's more from there, including some of the Charlie Mexican wrestling shirts, which is really cool. And if you've not seen those before, they are a real treat. So we've got a couple of those to give away. I might do some on Twitter, some on YouTube, but yeah, there's more giveaways to come. And also Fanatics as well have been providing some shirts. So yeah, basically, if there's shirts I like, I'll be trying to run giveaways with you guys. If people send me shirts, I'll try and send most of them on, or send a bunch of them on. So yeah, lots to come. And Thomas, good evening. I'm doing well, thank you. I'm feeling good. I'm going to mention it. I've mentioned it already on every platform, but the just finding out that I was a finalist for the Red Star competition has just been honestly one of the best things that's ever happened to me. Certainly in my career, anyway. Yeah, I cannot really put it into words how much that has meant. Obviously, the competition is going to be really tough. The other designs are really good. So whatever happens, I'm trying not to get my hopes up. End of the day, just making it to this stage is already a huge thing for me. And yeah, but everyone's support and kind words have been amazing. Of course, I'd encourage you to vote, but vote for your favourite, whether it's myself or another person's shirt. I will be doing a short video as well. I'm going to put a video on YouTube just talking through the design. Just, for those that are interested. Nestia. Welcome. A name I don't recognise. Good to see you in chat. Guys, on the note of, I said Nestia wasn't a name I recognise. If you are new, please subscribe, because being a subscriber is a huge thing for the channel. We're still in the early days, but there's loads of content that's going to be coming. Of course, there's a whole back catalogue of videos you can go and check out. But if you're a subscriber, you'll find it when I go live, when I stream. You'll also find out when I drop new episodes, and I've got, again, some good long form stuff coming as well as this sort of stuff. So be a subscriber. And there's also a Patreon with a great community of people who are chatting regularly, chatting daily about shirts, sharing deals, acting as proxies for people that maybe can't buy shirts in their country and then sending them on. This is a really good bunch of guys, and there's benefits as well. If you join, so do check that out if you want to support me further. Thomas says, do we all get free Red Star shirts if you win? I would love to do that. I did actually, well, again, I don't want to get carried away, but I noticed, I think, if I'm right in saying, the winner gets a season ticket to Red Star. And obviously, it would be impractical. Well, it would be impractical for me to go every week. I'd certainly love to go to quite a few games if I did win. But I did joke or think about maybe if I did win, I could pass the season ticket around my Patreon. That would be quite fun. But anyway, I'm getting carried away there. And John Carson, just in my last live stream, went 35 minutes over. Nice one, John Carr. Nice one. Good evening, mate. Brock says, you may be new at shirts, like you say, but you know loads about football shirts in general, and what makes a good shirt. So why can't you win? I mean, that's the approach I'm taking, Brock. Throwing myself in. Yeah, and at the end of the day, I would love to design shirts. I think I do want to, apply my trade, learn my trade a bit more, and there's lots of stuff I want to learn. But yeah, as a end of the day, I really love shirts, and I've always been a bit interested in design. Never really gone for it until recently, but yeah, that's the approach I'm taking. And just as hello, Phil, do you have any Hellas Liga shirts? And is that Hellas Verona, Andrew, or is that another team? Apologies if I've not got that right. Or Hellas Liga. Is that what's the Spanish team called? I'm guessing that's the Spanish team. Again, I can't think of the name. Is it? I can picture the team's crest. The Greek League. The Greek League. Got you. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Hellas Greek. Yeah, gotcha. Thank you, Andrew. I was thinking Hellas Verona is a Greek team, but no. I don't currently. Over the years, I've had some Panathinaikos shirts, Olympiakos shirts. I don't currently think I have a shirt from the Greek League. Maybe we'll find one tonight. But in terms of favourites, one team I quite enjoy often seeing is AEK Athens. I quite like yellow and black shirts, and they've had some interesting ones over the years. But yeah. Do you have a favourite, Andrew? I assume you do, if you ask the comment. Seb as well says, great timing. I'm just hand washing today's charity shop football shirts in the sink. Nice. What did you find, Seb? What did you find? Comment, see what you get. Yeah. I've not had a good charity shop purchase for a while. It's been a long time since I've picked up a charity shop shirt. So I need to go out there and try and find some. There's not tons in Huddersfield where I live, but yeah, I need to go and try and find some. Thomas, yeah, thank you about your message. I will get onto that. Please, if I haven't gone back to you in the next couple of days, do bug me about it. Yeah, thank you. Middleman, good to see you here in chat. Hello. And we're just about to go to eBay, but the comments are coming in, so I'll reply to a few more, and I'll try and keep up as we go through. John Carl says, just received a 2003 Alberix Nagata home shirt for $30 shipped. Large pull across the chest, but otherwise in good condition. That makes 2 J-League shirts in the collection. Very nice, John Carl. And that is a good price, especially with shipping. Andrew Ross, so AK, it mentions AK Athens, Rivaldo, nice. Yeah, I and obviously their 90 shirts are really cool. I'm picturing the one with the crest on the front, which is really nice. Lewis, good to see you, mate. Good to see you. So guys, let's jump to eBay. That's what we're here to do. Of course, please continue asking any questions in chat. I try to answer stuff as best I can, but I'm also a little bit slow sometimes. Some of these shirts are too distracting. So we are in. I'll just check my mic. I think we're good. Any problems as well with the stream quality or anything, please do also shout in the chat. If I go quiet or something like that. I explain this every time. I will do so for the benefit, though, of those who are new. This is the way I like to browse eBay, which is simply going on the auctions that are ending soonest on a really general term like football shirts. You get a bit of everything. You get a lot of dross and a lot of fake shirts as well. But sometimes real stuff does appear. Now, with a minute to go, we don't have a lot of time to do some research, but I'm immediately drawn to this AC Milan shirt. Now, this is a design which I think is actually quite interesting. It's not the most traditional AC Milan shirt. Obviously, AC Milan shirts in general are going to be quite popular at the moment. Whenever a team wins a league or something like that, you do tend to often have a little bit of a run on their shirts. I actually quite like this one. Now, at this price, honestly, that seems pretty solid. I'm just having a look, and I'm not 100% sure if this is real or not, but it looks good. Honestly, I think this is definitely worth. I mean, I'll stick in a cheeky bit of kind of 18, but not 18,000, £18. It'll probably be outbid, but we never know. It has been outbid. I think at this point, it's still a good price. And again, if we had more time, I'd want to do some research. I would assume a price for a new one of these is at least double that. I'd assume, if you see that on a big reseller, I'd say it was over £50. As is, it's gone for £21, which, if it's real, which it looks to be real at first glance, that is a really good deal. So there you go. That is a really nice buy. Obviously, we didn't get it. if I was a bit more keen on the shirt, maybe it had a player name or something. But I think it's such a unique design. AC Milan shirts are always interesting. Look at the crest as well with the St. George's Cross. Honestly, I think it's a really good shirt. So that is a great price. Whoever got that, just noted the seller is in Yorkshire as well, the same county as me. That's a really good deal. And again, AC Milan shirts are going to be popular at this time just because of the success they had on the pitch. Abertino, good to see you, my friend. He says, congrats on your Red Star shirt nomination. Thank you so much, mate. It's honestly, guys, it's just, I've talked about it a lot, so people might be getting sick of it, but it's just been a dream come true. The dream would be to have the shirt made, but obviously, even at this stage, it's been really special for me. So thank you. Without your support, I don't think I'd have the confidence to go for it as I did. So thank you. And we'll see how it goes. It's now up to the people. Liam says, even if we haven't been around in a while, but good to be back. Good to have you back, Liam. And I've missed having you around, but hope you're doing okay, mate. And you've just joined. As I say, just final word on this AC Milan shirt. As I say, I did notice actually, and on second glance, you can see here there's some what looks to be a fair amount of cracking on the sponsor. Now that's not so much that it would put me off, but actually it's enough, and this is typical of the sponsor, and the shirt's nearly 10 years old now. It's not unlike a shirt of that age to have that sort of damage, but honestly that would make me pause a little bit, certainly above the price I bid there initially. I don't think it's a deal breaker, but you see something like that, you think, okay. That's the thing where with only a minute, I didn't even register that. Now, when you look a bit more closely, it shows the benefit of, just sometimes taking you a bit of time. Interesting, this Middlesbrough shirt, not really anything of note. But I've said before, guys, I like to see if stuff actually has bids. I like to kind of see, because you can start to gauge things like a shirt's market value. And you can see here, £18 with £4 delivery. For an XL Middlesbrough shirt that's from 2017. It's a good deal. Like that, again, sure, it's not necessarily much cheaper than you'd see it on a classic football shirts, but if you're a Middlesbrough fan looking to bulk out your collection, or maybe you just collect random team shirts, this is peak eBay. This sort of stuff is peak eBay. Thomas says, now Twitter, any shirt account recommendations in the community? Whew, Thomas, good question. Honestly, I'm sure if you just ask around a bit more, you will come across a bunch of stuff. Honestly, like off the top of my head, there's check out who I'm following. That's what I'd say. But there's loads. This is a really interesting one, guys. I'm just quickly, as I say, I'll just close the book on those. Now, I don't need to introduce this Manchester United shirt to you. The first thing I want to say is I'm kind of gutted we missed this, because this shirt at this price would have been a steal. Now, again, I was too busy talking. I definitely would have gone in on this shirt. Of course, I'm not a Manchester United fan, I'm a Liverpool fan, but this is without a doubt, in my mind, the best. But from a design perspective, the most interesting and the best Manchester United shirt of all time is the equivalent of, it's certainly a seminal work in Adidas's design history. That's for me, it is one of the standard designs of the early 90s. So looking at this, I don't know the shirt well enough to say 100% if it's real, but it looks pretty good. The trefoil there, the crest. Obviously, the sponsor is a bit damaged, but nothing crazy. That is an incredible price. 170. This is easily worth double that. Probably a good on classic. You're probably looking at like $350 for a good condition one. I would have thought, maybe a bit less. And sure, you probably could get these. I'm sure you could get this for around 150 to 200 from, for some of the cheaper vintage resellers. But in short, what honestly, and again, I'm a bit gutted. It would have been fun to go into the bidding war on this one. I mean, you know, I probably would have sold it on, in all honesty, but it's just a good. I'll just look at the shirt again, and again, if anyone knows for sure if that's real or not in chat, please do jump in. Wow, what a steal! That, and this might even be the thumbnail for tonight's video. We didn't go in for the bid, but what a price, honestly. I mean, let's just have a quick look. Before we do, I'll get some comments as well. Seb saying I found an FC St. Pauli third shirt from 1718 and a Krasnodar third shirt. Very nice finds from a charity shop there, Seb. That is really class. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, Liam, I would concur with the thoughts there on threads and deals. Yeah, there's always some good ones in the community. Some sellers, yeah, and again, from bargains to really rare shirts, you do tend to get a good variety on Twitter. I buy a lot of stuff through Twitter. You mentioned the 90s Australia kit, Thomas. No, in the end, I was going to go for it. Someone beat me to the punch there, but at the same time, yeah, it's all good. But an amazing price for that template. I probably would have looked at getting it badged up. So, guys, you can see here. I was talking about this shirt, and this is classic football shirts. These are the most expensive on the market because they can afford to charge it. It's good to see this top end, and obviously you can substitute quite a bit, but you can see here, I don't think I was too far from my estimates. Depending on condition, I mean, you know, this shirt, obviously with that sponsor, which to be fair for Classic, they probably would put as very good. But yeah, 300. I think, you know, 200 for most other sellers. But that's such a good price for that shirt. Even with the, like, honestly, with that condition, that wouldn't bother me. Someone's got themselves a real bargain there. Just straight up. Really, really good deal. And it's in large as well. It's in the best size. You know, the premium size, if you like. Wow. I'm really, really impressed and surprised it's gone for that low. Obviously, you know, anytime you got a bid or a shirt that's in three figures, it is a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, and especially on eBay, if you got any doubts about the condition or stuff like that. But wow, yeah. So anyway, I'm talking too much here. We're not looking at those shirts here, but that is a really, really good find. Not the kind of thing you see every day on eBay. Some more comments as we continue. Balance says he needs Bundesliga 2 and 3 Liga matches and the National League matches. Here we go. Some shit from Phil from Phil's Corner. Hey, Enrique. And thank you, Balin. Thank you. Looks like someone's been doing a bit of a run on Middlesbrough shirts. A lovely humble one there. I really have been talking too much, haven't I? All these auctions ending. I swear there's more and more auctions every week at this time. And Balin, thank you as well for mentioning the Red Star vote. Yeah, guys, honestly, I don't even know what I'm going to do if I win that. That is going to be, yeah. I mean, again, I don't want to get carried away. I don't want to think about it, but whew, that would be a dream come true. That's for sure. But anyway, I need to move on. It's going to be a few weeks as well to they announce the winner, so got a long way to go. Yeah, but I mentioned when will it end? I think they're announcing the winner on something like the 15th of June. I assume they'll pick it before then, but I don't know. Yeah. Thomas mentions medium being the premium size. Yeah, to be fair, medium or large. I mean, it kind of depends on the era. In the 90s, to be fair, often shirts were a bit baggier, so medium is the kind of sweet spot. But typically you pay a bit more for medium or large, just because more people wear their sizes. Just as a side note, I actually have been looking for this Liverpool kit for my own collection. That price isn't particularly amazing, and it's coming from Poland. Not great feedback on the seller. So there's a few things I won't go in for that particular listing. But it's one that I've got half an eye on. I don't know what this is. This a leisure top? don't want to waste any time on that. Just curious what it was. Now this is almost certainly a fake or a remake, but I will have a double check. I mean, I said that because I saw the price. I don't know, that label, honestly, am I crazy in thinking that might be real? It does say remake. So there we go. I mean, it's good when the sellers put that. I did have to double check that one. Something about it looks off, and obviously when you see the price and you think, okay, that's not right. These Chelsea shirts with Commodore as a sponsor, very collectible. Again, glad we didn't waste any more time on that, but it looks pretty good at first glance, or at least it fooled me. It's enough to hook me in with the second look. And we come to Club America, some shorts here. I mean, honestly, no. So a genuine point, I'm actually looking for some shorts with pockets because I don't have enough shorts with pockets. Unfortunately, these I don't think have pockets. And they're also so small, a little bit on the small side. Otherwise, I would genuinely, if they had pockets and they were medium or large, I would be going in for a bit of a bidding war with this one. I like it though. It's a great pair of shorts there. Nonetheless, love Club America stuff. Get back to some comments as well. Boxing, I just put the comments severe home shirt for the end of season sale. They go with the name of my friend who plays the women's team. Very nice book, very nice, and great to have that link with the your friend there. That's very cool actually. To have a someone who plays for a big team like that. Balance says Sky Sports will come to Phil's house and the BBC if he wins it for interviews. Same with BBC Sport and stuff. Hey, if they want to come and chat, I'd be very happy to accommodate them. Oh dear. Yeah. And also Balance saying, do you wear and buy shorts much? Football shorts to sell as much shirts? Honestly, I don't tend to buy shirts, but I have had a couple. I mean, I was able to get through my partnership with Kitbag. They sent over the player issue Jordan shorts, which is a really not some shorts I would otherwise spend money on, at least at retail. They're very expensive, but nonetheless, they're really, really nice. They're really, really nice to wear. So yeah. Now, looking at this leisure wear top, I think this is definitely worth a bid. This sort of stuff, this sort of market is interesting because obviously vintage shirts, vintage t-shirts I should say, do have a real appeal. You do see stuff often go for a lot of money if it's genuinely vintage, or even stuff that mimics this kind of vintage style. So for £10 with £3 delivery, this is, in my mind, a really good deal. Now, obviously, again, you've got to be careful. There is a bit of cracking on the print there. But I'm a big fan, especially with kind of oversized t-shirts. And this seems to be a large. So yeah, honestly, I think that's worth a bid. I'm not a Barcelona fan at all, but I am a fan of Nike. And it's a very kind of simple aesthetic there. Definitely going in for a bid there at £10. And of course, it could go a bit higher. One of you guys might jump in and beat me to the post. But I'm a big fan of this sort of stuff. I wouldn't go much higher than this. I think if this was to go on, again, something like a classic, it would be on for a lot more. I think, dare I say it, 30, 40 quid for something like this, probably. I mean, that's pushing, I'm being a bit extravagant there, but yeah. Don't get me wrong, there's nicer 90s vintage tees, but I think that's pretty cool. Thomas said, I always find football shorts a difficult thing to wear with other clothes. Yeah, the other thing is it's that pockets thing. I mentioned this, I did a video on the PSG shorts, so I reviewed them on this channel. Not having pockets, guys, it's a killer. For me, it's a killer. I just I just like to have pockets. And if you're going out and about, you need something to put your phone or whatever. Yeah. It's the downside of many. Oh, sorry. many shorts, football shorts. So yeah, vintage tees. Again, it's the kind of thing. There's way more interesting ones than that, but I do quite like them. And at a tenner, I'd be happy. I don't think I'll go much higher than that, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see when it comes through. Okay, it's a solid shirt there from Ecuador. What's that from the World Cup? Was that 2006? Am I thinking of another year? I can't think of the year. Heavily creased though. Yeah, the price is okay, but coming from Mexico, I think we could do better. Seb saying, hasn't for anyone in Liverpool, by the way. Loads of Arsenal, Man U and Juve shirts and TK Maxx, £25 a pop. Nice one, Seb. And it's funny you mentioned that because a lot of people just today have been talking about TK Maxx. They're doing it again, guys. They are once again selling. I mean, I'll jump on Twitter and just quickly show you. You can see. Where is it? Here we go. This Ajax shirt for £25 in XL, so not even a bad size. They also had United and Bayern. So TK Maxx, if you're in the UK, get yourself down to them. And I've had previous stuff from them before at this sort of price. That even appears to be the player issue version of the shirt, of the United shirt. So there's stuff here which honestly is it's in terms of bargains, nowhere, at least no retailer does it as good as TK Maxx. They seem to be snapping up loads of just top end shirts, I would say, at really, really good prices. So that shirt for £25 is ridiculous, really. Think about the amount of people that paid for it at full price. It's one that you could keep for your own collection. Honestly, if it was me, I'd probably buy a few and maybe even sell a couple. And you probably make a bit of profit as well if you bide your time and again, some people frown on that. I think you have to do it. You have to go out the right way. I wouldn't just immediately buy it and try and flip it straight away. But yeah, if you buy it, you're patient, wait for a year. That you could definitely sell it for more money. I mean, that's not necessarily much of a profit at that point. You've sat on it a long time. But in short, when a shirt is that good a price, it's a must, really. I would say. I was thinking maybe I should talk about flipping shirts though, because I think it would be a controversial one, but a lot of people, talk about it a lot, and I've got things to say about it, but maybe that's something I'll say for another time. Sorry, just catch up with the comments as well. Balancing with it being women's Euros, do you expect many English shirts to them? Sounds like an obvious. Yes, but I do expect good attendance in many matches this summer. Yeah, honestly, I think it's very clear that the interest in the women's game is growing by the year, and many of the women's shirts are very good. Some of them are better than their men's counterparts. So, yeah, in short, I would expect the best designs, and the women's kit. Is that the one with the iridescent crest? Thomas mentioned it there. If that is the one I'm thinking of, yes, in short, it'll be very popular. And I would expect it to sell very, very well. Oh, sorry. Getting my yawns in early here. It's fair to say. Yeah, let's continue. Got some good shirts, but in not so good sizes. But we continue. This is a great lead shirt. I have a lot of fond memories of this lead shirt. Now, this template. I mean, I was obsessed with Nike growing up. I love this one. It wasn't for everyone. This kind of it feels like a very noughties design. Very kind of turn the millennium kind of aesthetic there. But with a strong bow sponsor, and look at this in long sleeves. This is a great shirt. To be honest, at this price as well, it seems very good. In a good size, we talked about premium sizes, in a medium there. So honestly, guys, I think that's a sneakily good deal. It's already at 26 quid, so it's not necessarily a bargain, but I would say that's below market value. Certainly for a shirt like that in that good condition. So you want to celebrate Leeds setting up in the Premier League, maybe? That could be worth a punt there. I'll leave that for you guys to pick up if you're interested. Thomas says, yes, it is nice in relation to the England shirt. Very good. Enrique said, here they experimented with the women's kit and have actually gotten some real creative designs and they're selling well. That's the thing. I mean, at the end of the day, there's another good Leeds shirt. So some good Leeds bargains here. Or pick up. I wouldn't say bargains. It's, 30 quid, but definitely below market value, I would say. At the end of the day, some of the women's team shirts are just straight up better. And it's very cool. This is a great Liverpool shirt. This is one which I again, I don't actually have many Liverpool shirts despite being a Liverpool supporter. So this is one which I think has aged very well. And whenever you see pictures of it doing the rounds on social media, people get really excited about it again. Really like this 80/60 Munich shirt. Classic Nike. Now, the funny thing about this one, this listing, is it's not got any bits. It does have a making offer. Now, typically, these will get shot down immediately. But I will watch this, and we'll see if anyone throws in a bid. This could be one where we go away and do a bit of research and see what the kind of going rate is for one of these. Honestly, that seems about right. I would say probably a bit more because you do see a lot of these knocking about. But maybe this is one, I mean, you'd love to get it for a bit cheaper. But honestly, it does look in good condition and it is enlarged. So there's a lot which I like about this. I think it is a fair price, but if we could get it cheaper, I'd be very happy. So it might be one I'll explore a bit later. Amika said, I have that Liverpool one. Love the colour. It is a great colour. Everybody supports Liverpool. Sunday matches were crazy. They were crazy. And obviously, I mean, the thing is, a lot of people have been talking, and there's been a load of rubbish on social media. End of the day, City deserved to win. Doing it in the fashion they did obviously was pretty mad, but they're an immense team, and their standard lifts Liverpool and vice versa. So it hurts, but at the same time, we only have ourselves to blame for not picking up more points over the year. Having said that, to pick up as many as he did, I don't think anyone can complain. So yeah, a huge, it was a pretty ridiculous turn of events, wasn't it? But yeah, very, very, I mean, another mad finish to a season for City. It's fair to say they seem to be specialists at pulling out of the bag in those situations. Yeah. So mentions the old Nike jot tags. Indeed. They do bring back many good memories. So 10 minutes to go. Yeah, I'd be happy if we can get that for a tenner with £3 delivery. I don't think I'll go much higher than that, but wouldn't say no to a vintage tee at that price. Now we come to this Arsenal shirt, not one I'll be bidding for, but just wanted to take a quick nosy. Looks pretty good. I do really like this one. It's, Arsenal shirts tend to be pretty good. There's very few bad Arsenal home shirts. So if you're a size small, again, I would double check. I think it's real, but I might, honestly, that's just from first glance. I might be wrong, but yeah, seems to be a good price. Having said that, I mean, I'm just looking again, the seller's feedback, I'd want to double check that because 90% is quite low by eBay standards. Yeah, so it would need more research, but potentially one there if that's an Arsenal shirt you're looking at. I would caution and make sure you do some research before going for the bid there. Thomas says, I aged about 10 years watching that Liverpool game. Never hated watching the full match so much. It was painful. I mean, to watch, obviously, after the early goal, that half felt very, very just odd. Getting the equaliser was somewhat a sigh of relief, but then the fact that you had still again a long time not scoring, and then when Coutinho scores, there's so many odd moments in that passage of play. It really was odd, and it was painful to watch. I think I'm just happy that I'm so much more happy that it happened like that, rather than if City had dropped points but Liverpool hadn't won. That combination is so much worse for me. So I'm happy that didn't happen. Talking Liverpool, I'm not 100% certain on that swoosh, but this shirt, I think from what I gather, is still sold out everywhere. So you see all sorts of fakes popping up. So I honestly don't know. I would assume that's fake, but I mean, who knows? I can't remember tags on the collar if that's right or not, but yeah. That shirt very quickly sold out pretty much everywhere. But yeah, ready for Saturday. So exactly. We go again. Balances. Inverness had the sponsor Subway in it once, which is interesting. Dortmund shirts seem to sell a lot. Feels good for seller feedbacks. Yeah, I think it's more a case of, at the end of the day, it's very rare. You can see here on these sellers 99.9, 100. So when you see a 90, that is like the equivalent of a, like in my head, that's like a 2 or 3 out of 5 by eBay standards. Just quickly, this Dortmund shirt is not one which you often see. I mean, obviously the price is pretty high, but again, this is one where we might just, if no one bids, might stick in an offer. It's one I'd like to collect. It's got some unique features. Got the anniversary crest there. I'm not the biggest fan of wording in a pattern like that. I mentioned that several times, but I think it is quite creative still, even though it's not to my taste. And it's good to see a proper collar there, not one of these one button nonsense collars, but a good collar there. Yeah. So that one, I mean, to be honest, that's a bit like the 80-60 minute shirt. These prices, I don't think are unreasonable. Probably a bit high, obviously, but they clearly know what they've got, know what they're selling. Two quite interesting shirts there, which I would like to own. Probably would rather not pay £100 for them. Although maybe if we had a look, maybe that wouldn't be so bad. Arnold, good to see you. Says I'm late, but I'm here. Yeah. So we continue, guys. Thank you for your comments. Well, if I do miss any comments, feel free to post again, and I'll hopefully get to them. I am sometimes quite slow to reply to stuff, and I do sometimes miss stuff in chat, especially if it gets a bit busy. But yeah, thank you for hanging out. Highlights today. Well, there was, let me find it. In fact, recently viewed, we had quite a ridiculous sighting here of this United shirt going for an amazing price, and we didn't go in for the bidding war, but honestly, if I'd have seen this sooner, despite the damage to the sponsor, I think that would have been definitely worth a bit more, bit of interest. That's a great price for that shirt. Some nice 90s finds here, and there's also a vintage tee which I've got in for £10. I like this sort of stuff, even though it is very simple. I think we'll see if that one wins. I like this lead shirt as well at that price. Seems pretty reasonable. And yeah, some good stuff. But there's been stuff. There's been stuff. It's fair to say. Now I just want to see best dad. That is funny. This is a Liverpool shirt which I would like to pick up. I'm in an iron between this and the home, and I ended up going with the home, which I'm happy with. After seeing the deal that I shared recently on Twitter, the £40 for the vape in it, or the dry for ADV, I should say. But the third, I may also pick it up, or if not, just keep an eye out for it. This Charlton shirt has a lot of nice things going for it. Almost looks a bit too clean there, doesn't it? The condition looks almost too good. But getting a lot of action there. £83 already. This sort of stuff, this sort of 90s UK club shirts can be really popular, especially if they're not one of the biggest brands or biggest teams. So this is like a sweet spot for eBay. You're not necessarily going to get a bargain at this price. It tends to be quite expensive, this sort of stuff, as you can see. But it's really nice. As soon as you see taping like that, you know you're on to something good. Talking of something good, this Arsenal shirt as well is eternally popular. You can see the one thing with a lot of Nike shirts at the time, the swoosh often didn't look that great, and it did crease quite easily or fold quite easily. But regardless, a really, really nice Arsenal shirt. It's just iconic for many reasons. Price is pretty good there. Well, you probably wouldn't want to pay much more, but that seems below market rate, I would say. Thomas says, I really like the Charles and Kurt. That button-up colour is a bit odd. Not for everyone, but again, the biggest thing I always look for is that it's not a one. I have a vendetta basically against collars with one button. So anytime a collar has more than one button, I breathe a sigh of relief. The classic Charleston Andy, yeah, it just has those things you like to see from a 90s shirt. The taping, strong club colours, and it's pretty solid in my eyes. Banham says, would you ever buy the Warsaw Poundland shirts or the Barcelona Spotify shirts next season if you saw them at a good price? Do you ever buy a shirt every? Do you buy a shirt every Tuesday? Email section or not? In short, no. I'd say probably once every 2 or 3 streams we'll buy something. The biggest, we have had some big hits. The biggest one being the T90 South Korea auction, which we won and got a really good price. That one you can see on the channel. Yeah, that's by far the best thing I've ever found on this series. And honestly, that's one I'm not going to sell. Really, really happy to find that. And I think well, the Korea version as well, South Korea version, is even rarer than like the Holland one, for example. You can see as well this listing, which says it's genuine, but that has the tags on the sleeve, and I think that is the correct way. We saw the fake one earlier with it on the collar. Not always a sign of a fake, because some shirts do have the tags on the collar, but generally speaking, guys, you want to see the tags on the sleeve. Not always, but sometimes. And yeah, Thomas says I'll buy the pound like it if you can get it for £1. Yeah, indeed. But yeah, talking about Barca also, yeah, I wouldn't say no to those shirts at the right price. You should press the gun since does. I blame Ellis Platten. Yeah, he probably has had a small impact, a small but noticeable impact on prices. I really like this from Hearts. Honestly, guys, the Hearts have had, like, between the I think we won. Nice. So it's a small win, but we'll take it. We'll take the vintage tee for a tenner. It's not anything crazy, but yeah, this is the kind of thing I would just wear, just casually. Yeah, can't say no to that. Nice, a small win, but a win nonetheless, and nothing too crazy on the budget as well, which doesn't hurt. Thomas says true, we did it out of passion. Fair play to him. Yeah, honestly, a lot of time for this, and yeah, I think a lot of his content is, at the end of the day, is bringing a lot of eyes onto football shirts, and honestly, I think the net result of that is a good thing. Of course, with popularity comes, a lot of things like like the price potentially going up. But I'll say, football shirts are bigger as a whole, and he's definitely helped contribute to that, and I think that is a good thing. yeah, I'd quite like to go in his football shirt shopping series as well. I think that would be quite fun. I did joke as well and say I could come on as the as like a the resident expert as well to review people's choices. I think that would be quite funny. Yeah, shirt shopping, exactly, Thomas, exactly. And it's true, Balam. I was on a video. I think was it Spotting Fakes? I think I can't remember, but yeah, Ellis reached out and that was fun. Yeah, no, he's shown a lot of support over the years to myself as well. Yeah, I'll have to try and get it back on again. Boxing, what does the general public think of Nedum and Nua? Came through the Man City Academy before they were good. I was played for QPR and finished at Real Salt Lake. MLS, yeah, I mean, funny story as well. I used to work for a guy who went to school with him. It's not that funny, but yeah, that happened. But from what I remember of him in his playing days, he was an above average centre back. He did a good job for them, to be honest. That I always thought pretty highly of him. I really like this Arsenal training top. If I was an Arsenal fan, I'd be all over that. Wow, this is an incredible shirt. I mean, not surprised to see it already having bids up to £100. Wow, what a design! I said incredible. I'll say it again, incredible. Bristol Rovers shirt, and that is, I don't even remember that Bristol Rovers crest. That's a hilariously clunky looking crest. I love that. Looks like a window manufacturer or something. Pretty funny design. Match winner, of course. Talking of windows as well, Roman glass. I think that's probably what maybe what persuaded me to say that. And look at this. All money raised from the shirt will apparently go to Bristol Base NHS Recovery through Sport Mental Health Football Project. So that is just an amazing design. I can't stop looking at it. I cannot stop looking at this pattern. Liam says I'm a Bristol City fan, so I reserve judgment. Indeed. Not this isn't one for you, Liam. It's fair to say. Yeah, Thomas. Jumping back to the church, before I into the discussion on Dermot Gallagher and repetition. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. It could be the like what's her name on Countdown? I can't think of the woman's name now. Who's the CZ Dem. I could be like that equivalent there. That's just an all timer. That Bristol Rovers shirt. I've lost it now. Wherever it was further up. Incredible. If that Japan shirt was in adult sizes, it's one I'd like to pick up. One I don't have in my collection currently. Sorry, guys. I, without fail, will start yawning. I genuinely think, I haven't listed this up, but I think it's just because when I'm talking a lot and no one's talking back, you guys are talking back in chat, but I'm not audibly hearing you. But I think just talking for an hour straight, it does just seem to wipe me out. Now, this sweatshirt is fantastic. It's a Manchester United one, so I wouldn't go for it, and it's obviously not licensed or anything. But I actually, if I was pretty much any other team, I'd be keen as well. I'll be a bit of a vintage 90s clothing stream tonight. But yeah, these unfortunately I would assume are fake. I mean, I shouldn't assume actually, but just seeing these low prices makes you think they are. Be worth exploring. Maybe it's just because they come from Hong Kong. I shouldn't be too down on them. Would need more investigation, I think. Seb said if you're after the cream Liverpool weight, they're still relatively easy to get hold of. Last time I looked, was said to be proxy. Thank you, Seb. It's interesting you said that. Last time I looked, I mean, this was going back a few weeks actually, but I was surprised I couldn't find them online. But maybe it's just they weren't in the retailers at the time. But thank you. That is good to know, Seb. Honestly, it's not one I'm actively looking for, even though I think it is very good. This is I don't remember seeing this Lons shirt. This is one really interesting T90 design. Of course, this template loved and loathed in equal measure, really. I think anyone who grew up watching football though in the noughties does have somewhat of a fondness for it. And that's a colourway a colourway of the template I don't remember seeing before. Nice. Honestly, the price seems pretty good as well. I think I'll watch that one and maybe jump in for a bid there. The fact it's long sleeves, I think, is a massive plus. And I don't particularly like the colourway, but it's not one I remember for the clubs. I'm trying to see if that's like a claret or like a it looks almost like a claret, almost like got a bit of a West Ham vibe here. Nonetheless, one to watch a bit more. I think we might come back to that one. Smudge Sports, hello, good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Tom saying I love that cream LFC kit. It's a disgrace that we wore it like 6 times. Yeah, we didn't wear it much, did we? That is true. Interesting to see the Haaland shirt. Many people, of course, will be selling their Dortmund Haaland shirts. I would actually caution people not to do that. I can understand why, especially if you're like a United fan or a Liverpool fan. But the way I wrote about this in my column in the Football Shirt Collective weekly email, that in many ways I'd say keep hold of it, because you never know if Haaland ends up becoming he's already established himself, but if he becomes even more legendary, those kind of shirts from earlier in a player's career do have a lot of value. And sometimes, if you've hastily shipped off a shirt, you might regret it later on. That'll be my take. And again, with Dortmund, I think actually some of those shirts are quite nice as well, just as shirts. I can understand why you would sell, but I would actually caution you to hold on. I really like these Huddersfield Super League shirts. It's a shame that's an extra small. If that was even just a small, I'd probably go for it. Huddersfield, of course, in the playoffs this Sunday. I'll be rooting for them against Nottingham Forest. Living in Huddersfield myself, mission me to get to a few Premier League games next year. I'll be happy. Weekend Redditch is one of those 6 times with Battery United. Thompson, that was iconic for that reason. Yep, it was, I think, a big reason for the shirt's popularity. Pretty good, it's fair to say. I'm guessing this is the same sort of Terrier Duncan. Oh yes, so here we go. Let's see what you've got. Oh, he's got some now. Hopefully, you got some better sizes, Duncan. Okay, yeah, got one of the good Admiral shirts. So, guys, I think honestly, I'm gonna have to plunder this guy for some potentially for some Huddersfield shirts. As it is, there's nothing. Well, none of the incredible 90s shirts that Huddersfield have had. But, there's a few here which I'd like to watch a bit more closely. I do really like this one, but again, it's in youth size, which is a real shame. I do like that Mitre one. This design from Pony is absolutely wild as well. Huddersfield, I have a real fondness for them, of course, because I've lived here now for nearly, for over 10 years. So I'm just checking out some of these listings here. I think there's I'll definitely check out some of these a bit more closely and maybe stick in some bids. The condition seems kind of, fairly used. Anyway, a few tabs there for me to check out a bit later. Sebson, imagine Minamino will be living in Liverpool, but I never saw my Liverpool shirt was the money's my favourite player. Why so something you like just because of a change of team? Yeah, honestly, I think that's the kind of my approach as well. I quite enjoy getting obscure player names, and there's been many examples for me over the years. Oh, look at this! I mean, this. These drill tops are always popular. Obviously, £200 again. That's not cheap, but probably isn't far off. It isn't much above market value. And as is, I would be tempted to stick in an offer. These are great. These are really, really good. And very collectible. If you're sitting on one of these at home, you're sitting on hundreds of pounds, it's fair to say. That completely distracts me from what I was going to say. I bought a Freiburg shirt a couple of years ago with Robin Koch, who ended up going to Leeds. That was one where I think I got it, and then he transferred a few weeks later, pretty much. But you know what? Whatever kind of career he goes on to have, he was great for Freiburg that season that I bought the shirt, and I think even if he went to Everton or Manchester United, personally, I would keep hold of it even as a Liverpool fan. I know a lot of people wouldn't. That's just my approach anyway. Now this, I honestly don't have much memory of this Boca Juniors shirt. I'm just looking through here now, and as I say, one I don't remember seeing much about. Look at that name set. Okay, guys, I think now 50 quid. It's not cheap, but the more I'm looking at this, I'd probably want to see. I probably will message the seller and ask to see the product code label. That honestly, that tag looks dodgy, but I mean, let's have a look at a product code label. It's possible it's just a dodgy looking tag. As is, that is so dodgy that I think it certainly is fake. But let's try and get at least a secondary picture of the tags. Just seeing the name set there alone makes me think, okay, I want to see more of this. Seller, let's just have a quick look here. You can see some other Boca Juniors shirts as well. Let's just look at the other items. Now this is a Boca Juniors shirt I actually have already. But the away is one I don't. If anyone doesn't know, I'm trying to pick up as many kind of Boca Juniors shirts as I can really in this year. Partly just because I want to flesh out my collection, and they are probably my favourite team for shirts. So that's one I'm going to take a closer look at and see if we can verify its authenticity. Try and get some more pictures and that sort of thing. Right, I think we will leave it there for eBay. But just to recap, this ended 45 minutes ago. I'm still impressed with that price. Other potential pickups, or at least not necessarily ones I'm going for 100 quid, but some nice rare finds there. This Milan Shirt I think has potential, and there's some Huddersfield stuff which I probably will look at. This is a great Liverpool drill top. I'm not in the market for one of these at the moment, but it's definitely something to look at. And this Boca Juniors one to research. So a lot of stuff there, guys. A lot of stuff which has potential. A good evening on eBay, I would say. Plenty to see, and that's just in an hour. That's the kind of stuff you can see. But really, it's been all about the chat as well. Thank you to you guys. These streams are nothing without you chipping in. We've got some more comments, and I'll stick around for a few minutes to answer some more comments. Jumping back to Brox has just bought the 98-99 Metrostars home from MLS. That is a great pickup, Brox. He's saying it as a beginner MLS guy, so that is a great shirt. Metrostar shirts are amazing, but the 98-99, I'm trying to remember which one that is. There's a few, obviously, well, all of them are good from the 90s, but that is huge, so well done. Great find. Honestly, those shirts are so popular that they're quite hard to find at good prices, so you've done very well there. As Thomas says, massive W, Buck. Absolutely. Massive win. Watery with a good question. It says, why do fake shirts, or I assume that's always, not Allah's, but we'll go with always, have on product codes? Is this that's difficult to put the right code? Honestly, I don't know why they don't do that. I've often wondered that. Why do you have? Surely, especially later in the season when you've got the product code, why wouldn't they just fake it? I think the biggest thing, and people have said this before to me, if you're going to be bothered about looking for codes, you're probably, you're not going to pick up a fake anyway. Whereas if you're the kind of person that is just wanting the cheapest shirt possible and you don't really care if it's real or not, you're not going to be looking at the product codes. So I think even though for us, people ask, we're always looking for product codes, at the end of the day, most people who are, the majority of people who buy fakes don't even know about product codes. And as such, it's just one less thing to think about. I don't know, but again, why wouldn't you even? Because some of these fakes look so good, and I have been fooled so many times by fakes on eBay or elsewhere, and you even see major sites sometimes that have listed fakes. Why wouldn't they just copy the product codes? Who knows? But I'm glad they don't, because it does make our job a lot easier as collectors. John Carr saying, we're looking for the 96 Montreal shirt, but the prices will be on my wallet by now. Eventually, we'd love to have every MLS inaugural shirt. That would be incredible. Honestly, the amount of times you see pictures of the inaugural MLS kits, the launch, the crazy kind of launch they did, and that stuff always gets huge engagement. But it's funny, isn't it, that you kind of see that, and I think for someone to own all those shirts would be very, very sweet. As Omeka says, MLS is just so good. It is so good. Nice MLS, especially. And to be honest, even modern MLS. I mean, John Carr saying until Adidas called the market. Yeah, there's still diamonds in the rough, but yeah, 90s is the peak. And Ballamson Dortmund shirt is from 2009. Interesting because 100 years Sunday. Yeah, that shirt is a really interesting one. Really interesting anniversary shirt. Guys, thank you so much as always. Now, there's a few things to notice before we go. Be like, some of the names you can see there on the screen: Seb, Water, Nicholas, and Sean. Be a subscriber. Many of you are already subscribers, but if you're not a subscriber, hit the button, join the community, be part of the Phil's Corner family. And there's even a Patreon as well, which again is another opportunity to support me a bit more. Details are in the description. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out. We've got another stream coming on Thursday. That is our Hot Wall stream where we review the latest kits. It's a really fun one. If you're around on a Tuesday afternoon, check that out. If not, check out the video on demand afterwards. And I've got some more videos. Classic Phil's Corner videos are going to be returning very, very soon, alongside the YouTube short series that I'm doing. A new one just went live today. You can check that out. But yeah, loads of stuff is happening. Do grab me on Twitter and chat to me on there if you see me. But thank you for hanging out. Goodbye, Ballon. Thank you for your comments as well, mate. It's been great to have you along, and yeah, appreciate your chat. Yeah, guys, thank you so much as always. Yeah, don't forget to vote as well in the Red Style competition, whether it's for me or for someone else. Yeah, if that happens, I'm gonna. Well, anyway, I need to stop getting carried away. Even in just my head, I'm thinking about it. I mean, yeah, let's not get too carried away. Nonetheless, make sure you vote, whether it's for me or for someone else. But yeah, thank you for your time. Thomas, Enrique, thank you guys. And everyone else who's watching. Maybe you've just been lurking and you've not said a thing in chat, but thank you nonetheless. I do appreciate you watching the stream. Every view goes a long way. Liam, thank you, mate. That's really kind of you to say. And John Carl as well. Look forward to seeing you then, John Carl, on Thursday. All the best, guys. Happy shopping on eBay. Happy browsing. Try not to spend too much money. As it's new release season with all these new kits, it's very hard not to just be wowed. I mean, just today we had the Finland away, which is amazing. I really loved. You can see on my Twitter, I've been posting all sorts of stuff this week. There's been lots of good stuff. But anyway, thank you. I'll see you very soon for another stream or video. Have a good evening, and bye-bye.